Hey, right guys, Truth Munch's Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 2 of Riverdale Season 3. Back in the house now, back to normal from the premiere, which was in London, obviously. So apologies for like the kind of layout of that video, but yeah, I still need to get the video out because I would have seen spoilers. I know I would have. And the channel's back to normal now, so that's all good. Been I've been panicking over like the last few days if I could be able to upload this video or other videos as well, but we're back to normal, so we're all good. And yeah, I enjoyed the premiere. I think it was good. I'm kind of worried they're going to go down a supernatural road. I think a lot of people kind of mentioned it on Twitter after the episode was released and in the comments of the last video, but I hope they don't go supernatural. I think Riverdale is great without that element. I don't think they will do because I know this scene with the floating babies thing was just kind of in Betty's head. Even then, even with the trailer and stuff, it seems like they're hinting at it. So we'll see. But I am excited for the season. I'm excited for the episode. Like I always say, love Riverdale. Even if it has like a bad episode, I feel like I'll love it anyway. So yeah, if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want the full uncut reaction to this episode and the rest for Riverdale, then a link to the Patreon page will be down below, which really does help support the channel as well. Also links to Twitter, Instagram, and Discord if you want to check out any of those. But for now, my friends, let's go.
Where am I gonna fit in here? Who am I gonna sit with at lunch?
Jesus.
Will I even make it to lunch?
Will I even make it to lunch?
Multiply that by 1,000. And that's how Archie Andrews felt as he was being processed at the Leopold and Loeb Juvenile Detention Center.
Andrews.
Right.
It means you're alone, and you have no one to blame but yourself.
Okay.
I read
This
your
is going to
file.
be hilarious. Him in prison.
Besides killing that boy at Shadow Lake.
Daddy, I was up all night with the twins. We were so worried about
Oh
you.
yeah, thanks, Polly.
About me? What about
Polly's
Jennifer
been
and Deadwood?
taken
Are
Molly.
they all right? Okay, here we go again.
That weird game at Pops. Hilton was raving about someone called the Gargoyle King.
Is
I
this
was also
True
thinking,
Detective?
Maybe you and I could investigate this together. For all time's sake.
You know, I recognise him. Who's he? What?
You guys mind if I sit?
I've got a tat. Yeah.
I'm Slash.
Archie.
Who gave you that ink?
Joaquin,
Oh shit.
what the hell are you doing in juvie?
Didn't you hear? Came to town to help Haynes escape.
He's back.
Stuck around. Got hauled in during riot night. See that gooey
course.
over there?
I wanted to stab him 28 times.
Just go up to him.
Okay, yeah.
Shit. Don't worry
Oh.
about the guards. We paid them to turn a blind eye.
Something dimly familiar about this. But you asked me before if I thought
We're
this
gonna
was
get.
murder.
It's gonna be kind of like the
or
Black Hood.
suicide.
We're just gonna
I'm
get
not
some
sure what it
flashbacks,
is,
some
but
backstory. Then we'll find out who it
whatever
is, and it'll just be disappointing.
darker than what happened to Jason Blossom, or what the Black Hood did. No, what we're looking at here, I believe, is the true face of evil.
But you said that last season. Oh, I bet someone's gonna come in and break his guitar like a badass. Yeah, here we go.
We just want your shoes. Don't touch his face.
What a badass.
Why are you sitting that way?
They stole his shoes.
Ryan's on.
Story from what?
Working out. There's an amazing gym here.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Evelyn, and you're Betty Cooper?
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Oh, not exactly.
I'm sorry,
We
could you
almost
piss
met
on?
through your mom and your sister.
Huh?
They're studying with my dad.
Edgar Ever Never.
Yeah, that's right.
So if he's gonna be around school, we have to take it easy.
Hey, Cadet Mason. On time is late. Let's go. Room 302.
Oh, where we go? We're gonna have the dickhead dad.
Talk to you later, Kev. Do you know what this is or how it got here?
Maybe that nice girl left it?
Someone else came to visit Ben?
The ginger.
Another friend from school. I don't remember her name. She wore a bow in her hair.
Ethel Pethel. Is that actually-
Okay.
Oh my
Hi,
god, it
Ethel.
was actually Ethel.
Hey, does this look familiar to you?
Where did you get that?
That is hospital room.
Oh my god.
What were you doing there?
I don't have to tell you anything, okay? You're not the police.
Ethel, wait.
We're just trying to figure
Sit
out
down,
what happened
Ethel,
to Danny and Dilton and the missing scout.
Is this the gargoyle kid?
How do you know about that?
The one who hates bullying and is against it, but bullies people to prove that point. I'll never forget that one.
No, it's the
That was just a... Oh, that was a banger of an episode, that was.
Started dating this summer.
Yeah, that's probably a lie.
Bunker, so
What bunker?
never mind.
Ethel,
What bunker?
Yo, Betty's face then was like, Ethel, stop being
Doily
annoying
has a secret
and
bunker
tell
in the
us.
woods.
Can't. It's too hard to describe.
And can you show us where it is? Ethel.
Oh,
it's in your
God.
house.
We're not playing follow the leader with Ethel.
Okay, fine.
Hell was talking about. You keep this up, young lady, and you'll have another seizure.
Seizure.
Oh my god.
You're great, Ryan. Thanks.
My name's Reggie. I'm a dude.
You're the one those fresh kicks to the pep row.
I'm a bro.
How are the dogs doing, Reg?
We need you, bro. Oh, this is a tune as well.
Look, guys, straight up, most of us are gonna be here for a long time, and
Oh my god, this is just stupid. I'm sorry.
I don't want to do that time living like an animal. Shivving each other in the freaking yard, that might be what the guards and
The
the warden
freaking
and the rest of
yard.
the world ever
Ugh.
expects of us. Screw them.
Screw
Let's show
them.
them there's another way.
In what way's that?
I dropped out in the 4th grade to run
Okay,
drugs
this
to
mate.
support my nana.
This is just really. I'm sorry.
That means you haven't known the triumphs and defeats, the epic highs and lows of high school football.
Oh, yeah, football.
At least for one afternoon when all of us play a game. MVP wins my new sneakers.
Ooh, the sneakers.
How about that?
I do want some sneakers, yeah. Yeah, bro. Well, the warden didn't like that, did he? Sweaty ballsack. Look at him. I just don't buy this whole prison thing, I'm sorry. So he's just talked them all out of a feud that's been going on for years.
I really don't want it.
But how about guys, we put saddle differences because football, and you can wear man's new sneakers.
Thought you
And these ghoulies and serpents are like,
I'm sorry.
kid has a point. Kid has a point.
I can think it kind of reminds me of like when we first started dating, remember?
And last season.
It's probably Ethel, right?
Yeah, that's Ethel. What the
Charlie, do you see
fuck?
that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
They ruined that scene. That could have been so good, dude. That could have genuinely been a terrifying scene. And it was just funny.
Everyone wants this. The ghoulies, the serpents. Everyone wants to feel free.
Ugh, I so wish I could be there.
You've been there for
Cheering on
about
victory.
an hour, mate.
And if
You want to
everyone
feel
provides
free, it's been hell here.
I'm with the guys.
Yeah, with the bros. Okay.
Will you play football with us, Mad Dog?
Please play football with us. Who wants Archie's sweaty shoes, man? He's been wearing them for about a day. Yeah, they stink of sweat, but
I had a mom, little brother, girl too, Liz. He used to come visit me every Saturday.
they've also blown their load way too quick with this character. He could have been super interesting, but they're just...
Even banned. It's for my own good, he said.
Here he is.
Griffins and gargoyles. Looks like Ben and Dilton were in pretty deep.
So Stranger Things now.
Playing with them.
Yeah, and you have Ethel in there, so that makes sense. Ridiculous.
You know how worried your folks are? Doesn't matter. It's supposed to stay hidden in the bunker until Master Doily comes back.
Why are you acting like a zombie? This is dumb. This is so stupid.
Dilton is dead.
Dilton
I'm
is...
sorry.
Were you playing
Dead.
Griffins and gargoyles?
Oh my god, this is gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be like Team Wolf whenever they played lacrosse.
Oh man, this is great.
Holy hell. It's about to get a whole lot better.
Oh man.
girl.
Are you alright, guys? Oh my god, this is so fucking dumb. Are they dry humping the fence? Have a bit of class. Oh my fucking god, Archie. This is... Archie's face. Riverdale, you've just... What are you doing, man? Archie fucking shaking at the fence like he's never had sex in his life. I'm gonna put my penis through this fence because I'm a fucking dickhead. The stupidest scene I've ever seen in my life. Well, Riverdale's had some ridiculous scenes. Ready?
It's a freaking ambush! Everybody run!
It's a friggin' ambush! Friggin'! Oh. Oh my god. He's taken on 5 cops. Okay, yeah.
Here? That dog died in the riot. The one you started.
What?
No, that's impossible. Mad Dog wasn't even there.
Before leaving on my iconic road trip to California with Tony...
Yeah, can we watch that? Can we watch that? Can that be an episode just about that, please? Fuck.
Yes, we are. Okay, we're in love.
No, Ethel, you were playing
Ethel, are you...
role playing.
That's what you don't get. It was more real than you Philistines will ever understand.
Ethel, we're trying to help
I
you,
want to
but
throw
you
you
have
in
to
the
stop
bin.
lying.
I'm not lying.
Okay. Why don't we take a little trip down to the sheriff's station and you can put that truth
No
on
way.
record to Sheriff Minetta.
Ethel?
What is this?
Oh my god.
Betty, she's having a seizure.
Jug, call an ambulance.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm not.
Yeah, hi. We have a girl that's having a seizure at Riverdale High. Could you please send an ambulance as soon as possible?
The dumbest thing.
You've got 10 minutes.
Why are they doing this, man? You...
Hello, Archie.
Oh,
My
you
name's Monica
fooled
Koch.
Hiram.
I'm
What?
with Riverdale's chapter of the Innocence Project.
Absolute.
And I'll be
boss,
working to
well
help
done.
get you out of this place.
Together back in the day.
Back
Come
in
on
the
in,
day.
son. Take a seat and we'll get started.
Kevin's been the most interesting character this entire episode. And I've never cared for Kevin, to be honest. I've always liked him, but...
You're gonna be my new mad dog.
Uh-huh.
Only assume that he'll start talking, and that whatever he says might lead back to us.
What is the Parent Society?
Why are you talking about this, Hermione?
This hasn't been made public yet, Fred. But Dilton Doily and Ben Button were found in the woods with blue lips.
Whoa.
Dilton is dead.
And we're gonna have some flashback episodes.
Ben?
Ben,
What about your Princess Etheline, huh?
we'll be
Oh
reunited.
yeah, that's the one word that you're gonna try and use to get him out the window.
All of
Ethel.
us will.
That made me jump even further.
You'll see.
Ben,
Ethel, no, fuck that. Swan dive.
I'll fly too.
Okay, well that was the stupidest episode of Riverdale I've ever seen in my life. I just can't get over it. Oh my god. Why? Why are they doing that? Because the annoying thing is the thing. Let me tell you the thing. They have some really interesting concepts. They do, like this killer, like this cool idea. That could be fantastic. And also Archie in juvenile or prison or whatever could be interesting. Neither of them are interesting. They're both shit. It's just like, oh my god, dude, I can't. Okay, so the killer thing, it feels different to seasons 2 and 1 and 2, but also exactly the same. It's like a killer. We're gonna go a bit into the past to find out more about them because we've obviously got a backstory there with the parents. Whoa. and it's going to be someone that we know. Oh my god. Let's have Jughead and Betty investigate it. I love how they're trying to make out Jughead and Betty haven't worked together in years. Oh, like the good old days, we could investigate this. That's all you did in season 2 and 1 was investigate stuff together. Granted, it's always great when those two are together. I'd say that was like the only really good thing about this episode was Betty and Jughead working together, investigating stuff. But everything they're investigating is just shit. And like when they saw this demon thing like in the woods, that scene could have been done so well, and it just was awful. Like, do you see that? Yes. And then they fucking ran off. I was like, the fuck, man, that's so stupid. Like, oh my god. And then we hadn't even touched on Archie in prison yet. Like, that, all of that was the worst. What did you hear that sneeze next door? Jesus, this is the worst story or scenes that Riverdale has ever done. I genuinely think that the bit where they were playing football and then Veronica came in with a cheerleading outfit. Who's that? That's my girl. And then Archie was there fucking dry humping the fence, dribbling out his mouth. Why? Why was that scene? And Archie's been there a day and he's like, oh guys, we should settle our differences. I don't want any trouble while I'm here. And all of them are just there like, Archie has a point. What? Since when do any of you listen and care about what Archie thinks? Like, if you want to be protected, you have to shiv that guy. What's that noise? I don't know. Oh, it just, again, that's the whole prison thing could be done so well, but it's just not. It's done so poorly. And it's actually funny. Like, him in prison is funny. Do you remember when Cheryl was in that like sister asylum last season? That was spooky. And like I was like worried about Cheryl. I was like, I don't know where this is going, and I thought that was like kind of scary and creepy because we didn't know what was going to happen to her. Here, Archie's, it's just funny, man. It's so stupid. Cheryl was decent, to be fair. I want to see her road trip with Tony. I think that's probably the most interesting thing about the entire season so far. And like I said in the episode, I think Kevin, I'm glad they're giving more to him, because while like he's never been really my favourite character, or one of my favourites, I've always kind of liked him, and I'm glad they seem to be giving him like more of a story this season, and his was probably definitely the most interesting in the episode. Everything else was just straight up cringy. It reminded me of, you know, when I first started watching Riverdale, and in my head I had an idea of how the show would go, but then it just surprised me of how good it and well written it actually was. This episode is kind of what I thought the show would be like before I started it. Cringe. And it's just annoying because I know the writers of this show are actually, like, they know what they're doing and it's good, but they just... Why? Why this, man? It's funny, it's comedic. You know the bit where they were cheerleading and Archie was like running, all that shit. It should have been like a dream sequence. It felt like a dream sequence, not a scene that would actually happen. Because that would never happen. Like, oh. They're just making it funny, and I don't know why. Because it is a really good show, and now it's just... So far, season 3... Episode 1 was 10 times better than this, to be fair, but season 3, none of the stories to me are that interesting. And they could have been. That's the only thing. They really could have been. So yeah, this was... I want to say the worst episode of Riverdale ever, in the sense of I had fun with it because it was so bad, but it was still really bad. Like, it was really bad. And when the kid was under the bed, it's like, oh! It's like, mate, what are you doing? And then Ethel was just being a twat. Oh my god. Ethel being possessed. I hate this whole supernatural element they're trying to go down. I'm not saying there is actual supernatural elements in the show, but they're trying to play around with that a bit, and it's just, it doesn't work in this show. Yes, it works in The Vampire Diaries and Teen Wolf because it's a supernatural show. This isn't a supernatural show. If you wanted it to be a supernatural show, you should have hinted at it in season 1. Like this Ethel being possessed, the demon thing on stilts or whatever. Oh my god. I don't know if any of you guys really enjoyed this episode. I think it was the most cringy, awful Riverdale episode to date. So I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 10. I think the only good thing was Kevin Cheryl, and I do like Jughead and Betty working together, but we've seen it a million times. Even though they're trying to make out, they rarely do it, but they've done it a million times. So, I'll go 2.2, because I've never done a 2.2 rating. So 2.2 out of 10. Yeah. Bad. But thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below, and I will see if you do want the uncut reaction, Patreon and all that stuff as well. Did I just say that? I don't think I did. And I'll see you next week for episode 3. Hopefully it's a bit better. Hopefully a lot better. Until then, peace.